Hello Eternum and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news, and this is the War Report. No change in the dynamic of Eternum last night as the forces of East Waiting Room defeat the upstart newcomer to the island. KOTT news crews were grinding Genesis together, having been apart during the unique event last weekend. Special thanks to Citizen of the Week Ambassador Devin for assisting our efforts. Turning to the weather, and it's looking like a perfectly normal morning all day long until evening coastal swells will induce a 25% chance of invasion along the shorelines. 4 submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPGO. Remember, if it isn't LARPGO, it's cardboard. First up, the Syndicate forces of Stronghold assault the Covenant forces of Hammer for control of the eastern Restless Shore. Stronghold return once again to invoke their right of rematch against the Zealots who deposed them 2 weeks ago. Hammer has now taken and held the keep once each from Stronghold so far. From here on, it's up to them to bring order to the anarchy in the archipelago. Then, the Covenant forces of the KOTT assail the Syndicate forces of some buddies for control of First Light and the flow of the spice. The newcomers of the KOTT make their move and attempt to seize control of the spice markets of First Light, but they shouldn't discount the power of friendship, as a group of some buddies stand together and fight for what's theirs. Meanwhile, the Syndicate forces of Washed Millennials challenge the Marauders of Dropouts for their championship title and the right to rule over Everfall. Former Great House Washed Millennials step into the ring and go for the knockout against the current heavyweight champs. The Dropouts are well rested after having had almost an entire week off and are ready to defend their championship belt once again. In the nightcap, the Covenant forces of Hero mug the Marauders of Dropouts for control of the financial capital of Windsward. Hero have been making progress in wars around the island and have continued to recruit. Perhaps tonight is the night they break in. For Dropouts, they seem content to maintain control of the central corridor, defending it from attackers in the late night time slot. We'll have the outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.